As long as man continues to be the ruthless destroyer of lower living beings, he will never know health or peace. The oldest, shortest words, yes and no, are those which require the most thought. There is geometry in the humming of the strings. There is music in the spacing of the spheres. Silence is better than unmeaning words. Do not say a little in many words, but a great deal in a few. Choose rather to be strong of soul than strong of body. No man is free who cannot command himself. Friends are as companions on a journey, who ought to aid each other to persevere in the road to a happier life. Concern should drive us into action and not into a depression. No man is free who cannot control himself. Educate the children, and it won't be necessary to punish the men. In anger, we should refrain both from speech and action. Rest satisfied with doing well, and leave others to talk of you as they will. Reason is immortal, all else mortal. Practice justice in word and deed, and do not get in the habit of acting thoughtlessly about anything. Do not even think of doing what ought not to be done. Numbers rule the universe. Above all things, respect yourself. A fool is known by his speech, and a wise man by silence. Strength of mind rests in sobriety, for this keeps your reason unclouded by passion. It is only necessary to make war with 5 things: with the maladies of the body, the ignorances of the mind, with the passions of the flesh, with the seditions of the city, and the discords of families. Do not talk a little on many subjects, but much on a few. Declining from the public ways, walk in unfrequented paths. Let no one persuade you by word or deed to do or say whatever is not best for you. Be equally indifferent to blame and praise. Do not despise anyone, for he is essential to your well-being. It is better to be silent than to dispute with the ignorant. Refrain from acts of injustice, and provoke not even your enemies to wrath. Be in peace with many, but let 1 of 1,000 be your counselor. The most momentous thing in human life is the art of winning the soul to good or evil. Don't judge your greatness by your shadow at sunset. Lust weakens both body and mind. Abstain from beans. You should make great things, not promise great things. The beginning of every government starts with the education of our youth. Salt is born of the purest parents, the sun and the sea. Power is the near neighbor of necessity. Reason is the guide of the wise, the ruler of the foolish. Do not even think of doing what ought not to be done. Be good and do good. Learn silence. With the quiet serenity of a meditative mind, listen, absorb, transcribe, and transform. Beware of making your moral ledger account look better by carrying over to its credit certain spiritual assets which belong to another. No one is free who has not obtained the empire of himself. Do not chase after happiness. Instead, chase after virtue. Time is the soul of this world. Never injure a friend, even in jest. Avoid all kinds of excess, for the right measure in all things is the surest road to happiness. Let no one persuade you by word or deed to do or say whatever is not best for you. The beginning of every government starts with the education of our youth. Be in peace with many, but let 1 of 1,000 be your counselor.